Dragon Ball Z is one of my favorite shows of all time, and I'm sure that's the case for many of you, particularly those who grew up in my generation, who grew up in the 2000s and even the generation before that. They definitely had a great time with the legendary show, and for most people it is their essential gateway into anime. We all started off with Dragon Ball Z, and at the time most of us didn't even know that it was anime at that point. We were all drawn in by the amazing fights and visual spectacle, but as I've gotten older, I've definitely learned to appreciate the quality of the dialogue, the plot, and the characters that Toriyama created. Not only do I like them because they look and fight in a very cool way, the people that they've become over their tumultuous journeys is definitely really intriguing. This brings me to the scene that I'm about to speak about today, or kind of a mini arc in the very controversial Boo saga that have many people angry. They say, the most inconsistent arc in Dragon Ball Z. Trash, inconsistent. But the Boo arc is definitely home to some of Dragon Ball Z's absolutely most iconic and best moments, especially for their characters. Majin Vegeta at the World Tournament stage. This is one of those situations where the anime completely blows the manga out of the water. From Bruce Falconer's immaculate OST, Vegeta's voice actor absolutely killing it, and of course Toriyama's writing taking center stage, creating and crafting this sad and emotional moment that is oh so impactful. Moments like these make it painfully clear how much dragonballsuper lacks. That show has definitely encapsulated everything that Dragon Ball Z is, but only from the surface. What Toriyama and the team has unfortunately lost is the maturity and depth that made Dragon Ball Z itself such a classic. My guy, there are plenty of clips that you can find all over YouTube that have millions and millions of views, but those don't even include transformations and have no action. It's simply dialogue. These characters that we know and love interacting with each other, pushing each other's buttons, prodding each other, seeing who's stronger. It's really interesting, and just looking and reminiscing on these moments is something that I truly enjoy even today, as someone who finished watching that anime maybe over 10 years ago. Unfortunately, it's clear to see that Dragon Ball Super has sacrificed that depth for monetary gain. A show that never should have really existed, as Goku's story truly ended long ago.
Don't you see the universe matters more than your meaningless squabble?
Meaningless, huh? What do you know of meaningless? Spend most of your life ruled by another. Watch your race dwindle to a handful. And then tell me what has more meaning than your own strength. I have in me the blood of a Saiyan prince. He is nothing but a joke. Yet I've had to watch him surpass me in strength, my destiny thrown to the wayside. He's even saved my life as if I were a helpless child. He has stolen my honor. And his debts must be paid.
Now, this scene right here is truly sensational, especially as somebody who's following the series from the beginning. The man that we saw in the Saiyan saga is definitely not the man who we've come to know and love over the series progression. The scene that we see right over here is essentially an amalgamation of every single frailty, every single mistake that Vegeta has ever made, all building up and released into one sensitive and special moment. He hasn't seen Kakarot in a especially very long time, and here is his moment, a moment of weakness where Babali is able to tap into that frailty and take advantage of it. The scene goes deeper than maybe you would have seen on your first glance. It doesn't only pose a question to Vegeta, but it also poses multiple questions over to the viewer. What are you truly willing to sacrifice to gain strength? What are you supposed to do when you see somebody constantly surpass you at every single moment, no matter how hard you work? Truly a frustrating experience. How much longer do we have to continue to suppress our pride and our ego and our true emotions just for the sake of peace? There are many things, and this scene is very much layered. Another thing that I want to bring your attention to is this thing that Vegeta says right over here.
How sad. I didn't think you were weak enough to be controlled.
Dad, don't!
Answer me! Vegeta! Do you let yourself be a slave?
Tell me, is it slavery when you get what you want?
This is an aspect that we may sometimes forget as Dragon Ball Z fans as we continue to think of how much of a badass Vegeta was and how much of a menace he actually truly was, but we also don't consider the amount of emotional turmoil that he must have experienced while serving under the tyrant Frieza. Not only was he a horrible, horrible person, but he was also the very same person who was responsible for the annihilation of his people. And then when that part of his life had finally passed, when he was no longer constantly being under the rule of Frieza, you're now constantly humbled by a boy who's supposed to be inferior in you in every single way. The Prince of all Saiyans reduced to a low-level country bumpkin. This is one of those situations where you really have to put on your masculine glasses to be able to truly empathize with Vegeta's plight. I can see many other people calling him a fool. Why kill so many? Why sacrifice so much just to win? Yes, your ego is out of control. Vegeta could have died, his family could have died, and he could have doomed the entire universe. For what? For honor? For pride? There's a comment that really moved me when considering this scene when I went down to the comment section. The comment says, "Why don't you like dragonballsuper? I miss when being a Saiyan meant something." When considering any Saiyan situation, add aggression and masculinity 2 times 10 to every single situation. Combat is not the last resort, it's the first resort. Combat strength is the testament to your status. It's not fragmented like in real life where you can put multiple energy and multiple stats into your charisma, money, and all of these other aspects of life. No, all your eggs are in one basket. Either you're strong or you're worthless to the Saiyan race. There is nothing more meaningful or more important than your very own strength, and you have to prove that each and every single day. Imagine being told that you're destined to be the best, then for all of that to be shattered by a man not better, but also kinder than you in every single way. Goku broke Vegeta down not only on the battlefield but mentally. He broke his Saiyan wiring into pieces and made one of the most truthful people in the universe into a hero. From his perspective, he needed that honor back. He needed that mindset back. He needed to prove to Goku, and more so to himself, that he was still a Saiyan monster. But despite all his attempts, his love for his family, his friends, and Earth moved him to sacrifice it all to defeat Majin Buu. When I look back on this little mini arc and this great conclusion to Vegeta's character, while the fights were definitely cool, what stands out to me was to see Vegeta's character arc finally come full circle. Each and every arc leading up to this point, Vegeta has been aptly humbled by villains far stronger than him, until he had no pride left. By the end of Dragon Ball Z, for the first time in his life, his Saiyan pride wasn't the most important thing in his life. It was the love that Vegeta had for the people closest to him.
Vegeta, I don't understand. You've never allowed anyone to help you before in your life. Why start now? Why poverty?
Because I wanted him to reawaken the evil in my heart. I wanted him to return me to the way I was before! I was the perfect warrior, cold and ruthless. I lived by my strength alone, uninhibited by foolish emotion. But slowly, over the years, I became one of you, my quest for greatness gradually giving way to this life of mediocrity. I awoke one day to find that I had settled down, formed a family. I had even grown quite fond of them. Would you believe, I almost started to think the Earth was a nice place to live.
So yeah guys, thank you once again for hopping in and joining me and watching the channel. Like, comment and subscribe. I am not far away at all from finally hitting that 1,000 subscriber mark. We're very close to finally reaching monetization. And yeah bro, please definitely like, share and share this video to your friends. Like, comment, do what you can. But yeah bro, as soon as I get this monetization, the sooner we can get to upgrading and taking this content to the very next level, man. I'm really excited, and I'm looking to definitely get some new editing software, looking into upgrading wherever I can, make this channel one of the best out there. We're gonna keep pushing and we're gonna keep moving forward. I appreciate your guys' continued support. Take it easy, gents. I'm Explicit Sage. I'm out. Yo, so what is going on, guys? It has been quite a minute. If you're subscribed over to the Explicit Sage channel, I haven't posted in a while, and there have been some reasons for that. I've been away. If you follow me on IG, on my personal IG, you'll see where I've been to. But unfortunately, I also got sick once I got back home, so that was also kind of what caused the long delay for me finally putting out some content. But I'm definitely glad to be back. And I'm back with kind of a bang. Life update for the channel. I actually got some new equipment, as you can see right here. I copped myself a little bit of a portable microphone, so whatever form of content I feel like making in the future, if I need to get up and go, I'll have a good option available to me that I'll be able to use it any moment when I need be. And you might not realize it, but this is my first time actually shooting at nighttime on this channel, because usually lighting would be quite a bit of an issue. But alongside the microphone, I've also gotten some more equipment. That is a stand, which I'll show you guys a picture of once I've wrapped up editing this video. So yeah dude, I'm happy. I'm in a good mood. Got some new video ideas that I have in store for you guys, so be excited for that. I'm playing some new games, updated the PS Plus, and on looking forward to getting some brand new titles that are going to be that have been out for a while, since I'm a patient gamer. But maybe I will also be playing some newer games as the year continues. We'll see how everything goes. But yeah dude, I'm in a good mood. Another life update, I've also gotten a new job, new employment, which has definitely also helped me to get this new and brand new equipment. But in the future, it's also going to help me out and this channel greatly, as I'm looking forward to getting a brand new laptop or PC. I'm trying to decide which I want to go with. The portability of the laptop is a really strong factor, but I understand there are problems with the motherboard and the longevity of those such devices. The lifespan of laptops usually isn't that great, and especially if I'm going to be spending so much money, maybe it's better to get a PC and get some parts, maybe a second-hand GPU. I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna go with as of yet, but as soon as that money comes in, I definitely will make that decision. Well, if you guys have any recommendations, tell me down in the comments which is the better decision, to go for a high-end gaming PC with some high-quality CPU, so I can definitely video edit at a much higher level and game at a much higher level. I definitely want the best of both worlds, and I want a device that will last me maybe comfortably 7 years. 7 years. So I want a high-end system. I'm definitely willing to pay quite a bit, so let me know. I'm willing to save. Just let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll definitely keep that into consideration. So guys, that was my update. I just want to know what's going to happen with the channel. More content definitely will be coming. I'll be more consistent, and I'm definitely going to be much more hyped, as I know that I have much better sound quality and more equipment to be able to film and continue to create this content at absolutely any time.